Hey everybody, Tatiana Sturm here with the Historic Team and Exit Realty Denver Tech Center. We're here in Commerce City at the Racine property, and we are taking this home through our home enhance process. As you can see, there's snow on the ground. It's the middle of January, so we've been dealing with some colder issues right now, but behind me is a 30-yard dumpster. This is actually the third dumpster that we filled. When I got to this house, it was completely full from top to bottom. The garage was full of items. So I've gotten my contractors into the property and they've cleared everything out. The other thing that we just got done when we had a window of 2 days with warmer weather, about 50 degrees, we were able to knock out brand new exterior paint on this house. So that was done in that short window of time that we had to get the exterior paint done. So let's go inside and take a look so I can show you the other projects that we're going to be starting on in the next few days. So now that everything is out of the property, we can get a better idea of what work that we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks. So the first job that we're going to be doing inside is there is existing hardwood floors here on the main level, but there are two areas that have carpet. Here in the office, there's carpet, and in the family room, living room, there's carpet as well. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove the carpet from both of these rooms, and we are going to lace in to the existing hardware that is here in the entry, into the dining room and the kitchen. And then we're going to refinish all of the hardwoods on the main level, which is something that buyers really like in this market, is having a consistent hard surface flooring throughout the main level. And then we're gonna match the stain color. So we're gonna stay pretty similar to what the stain color is right now because it complements the kitchen cabinets. So here in the family room, living room area, like I mentioned earlier, all this carpet is gonna go away. We're gonna take the hardwood floors through here. This is just gonna help the flow of the home and how the furniture is placed in this area. So here on the fireplace, the seller did a DIY project, and they had this little small tile. It was like, I don't know, with a glue or sticky stuff, and it was all around here, and it just wasn't done very professionally. So we went ahead and took it all off, and the tile's showing pretty well. There's definitely some glue that we're gonna have to get off, and there was a little bit of chip in the tile down here when we were working to get this off, but luckily the seller had some of these tiles left in the basement, so we're going to go ahead and use one of those to replace this chip tile on the fireplace. So here in the kitchen, the cabinets and the countertops are in really good condition. They just need a little bit of cleanup work, and the appliances are all working as well. So we're gonna come in here and do a thorough deep cleaning of all the cabinets, inside and out, and the appliances. But one of the things that I like doing to elevate the kitchen, to give it a more upgraded look, is adding hardware to the cabinets. So as you can see here, right now there's no hardware on the cabinets or the drawers. So we're gonna go ahead and add that hardware here in the kitchen. So when we're getting a house ready for sale, one of the things that we tend to do is we take down a lot of the heavy drapery, curtains. So we're gonna come in here, these vertical blinds are gonna come down, all of the rods and the hooks that was holding the curtains, we're gonna take that down. And a lot of these blinds throughout the house, they're either broken or they're in bad condition. Those are gonna come off the windows as well. And the reason being is we wanna let as much natural light as possible into the house. This is going to be important for showings, for staging and photography, and how the property shows to buyers online. So we're gonna head upstairs. My contractor is actually upstairs doing some work, so we'll go ahead and check out what he's doing. But already down here, we've replaced some of the lighting. We've already updated all the light bulbs here on the main level, which is really important. You wanna make sure that all the lighting is in proper working order when the house goes on the market. And you also wanna make sure that all the light bulbs match as well. So we always try to stick to warmer tones of lighting versus cooler tones. So let's go upstairs and check out what's going on up there. So we're up here on the second level, and as you've probably already seen throughout the house, there's just a lot of nails and screws and hooks on the wall, and there's just a lot of things like this pegboard on the wall. So all of those things we're going to take off. We're going to do all the patching and painting on the walls and any of the corners of the walls that needs to be done before we paint. And when we are coming in and painting, we're going to stick to a very neutral color. We're going to go much lighter than what is in this house, because again, for homes to sell and get the most money, we definitely want it to be light and bright inside. But everything's gonna get a fresh coat of paint from the walls and the ceilings, the doors, the trim, the baseboard. And as you can see here, there's already some of these smoke detectors on the ground. So one of the things that we do too when we're getting a house ready for sale is we come through and we make sure that all the smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors are in working order. If not, we go ahead and replace those as well for the seller. So like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these blinds are in poor condition. So here on the second level, we're gonna go ahead and remove all them. A lot of them are yellowed anyway, so they're just not gonna look that great when we're showing the home and doing photos of the property. But on the entire second level of the home, including the stairs, we're gonna do all new carpet, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the padding as well. Sometimes when we replace carpet, we're able to keep the padding if the padding's in good condition, but I don't think that's going to be the case for this particular property. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure, when we're up here, we're checking all of the lighting, we're checking all of the outlets to make sure that they work properly. We check all the plumbing to ensure that there's no leaks in the bathroom or the kitchen. And the bathrooms are in fairly good condition in this home, so there's not much that we're gonna have to be doing to the bathrooms other than we are updating the lighting to give it a more modern look. We're adding the hardware to the cabinets like we're gonna be doing in the kitchen. And then there's just some cleanup work that I like doing in the bathrooms, like just getting the caulking cleaned up. If there's any missing grout, cleaning that up as well. It just makes the home show so much better when it's time to go on the market. And the reality is it's a lot of little things that we do with the home enhance process that makes our properties sell for top dollar. So as I mentioned earlier, having a lot of natural light in the property is going to be really important when it comes to the selling process. So we're taking down all the blinds, but in the process there was a lot of broken screens and broken frames of the screens. So I had my screen guy come out and he's already done all those repairs. But one of the most important things of the cleaning process, I feel, is having clean windows. I can't begin to tell you how many homes that I show to my buyers that I walk into beautiful homes and the windows are not clean and they're foggy or dirty, or you're looking at a beautiful view of the mountain, but you're looking through a dirty window. It's actually more common than you think. So when everything's done with the work on the property, we're gonna go ahead and get the windows professionally cleaned. That's inside and out, and we do the tracks. We have the furnace professionally cleaned as well, in addition to the fireplace, which I mentioned earlier. And we will have our professional cleaners come in and clean every square inch of this property, top to bottom. And what that means is all the surfaces in the property. So from the baseboards to the light fixtures, to the cabinets, to the switches on the walls, every square inch of this property will be professionally cleaned. And the reason why we do that is because we want to make sure when the home hits the market, we appeal to the widest range of buyers as possible. Many agents do not include professional staging for their sellers. And if they do, they typically pass that cost on to the seller themselves. We believe that staging is so essential for our sellers, we include it at no additional charge when we sell a home. And the reason why we do that is because stage homes typically sell for more money and they sell quicker. And also keep in mind that about 80% of buyers have a hard time envisioning what empty spaces will look like with their furniture in. So when they see the spaces online, because online is your first impression, and in person, it definitely builds excitement in buyers, and they can actually envision themselves living in the property, like cooking a meal in the kitchen or hanging out in front of the fireplace, watching a show with their family. So over the next few weeks, we're gonna have different contractors come in, from my carpet installers to my hardwood installers to our interior painters and various contractors and handyman doing work throughout the home. It should take about 2.5 to 3 weeks to completely finish the work on this property before we start the cleaning and staging process. So I'm excited to show you the finished product. We'll see you in about 3 to 4 weeks. Hey there, we're here at the Racine property in the Reunion neighborhood in Commerce City, Colorado. This house has just gone through our signature home enhance process, so I can't wait to show you what we did. So here in the office, there was carpet, and one of my favorite things to do to homes that have existing hardwood, like this house did here in the entryway and the kitchen, is to lace into that existing hardwood and add new hardwood in here. So as you enter into the home, we will have a nice consistent flow from the entryway here into the office. One of the other things that we did here in the office is we added 4 can lights to make sure that the space is light and bright. So the seller had done a DIY project on the fireplace, and as you can see, we came through and cleaned that all up, exposing the original tile of the fireplace, which actually matches the kitchen backsplash as well, which is great. And we also took the fireplace through our deep cleaning process, which is one of the steps that we do for all of our sellers when we're done with the home enhance process. So in addition to adding the hardwood in the office, we also added hardwood here in the living room as well. So we laced into the current hardwood that was here in the dining room kitchen area. And it was a bit awkward where the carpet was placed. There was actually a diagonal line from this wall to that wall, which made it hard for furniture placement and for buyers to envision the space, how they would use it. So by lacing into the hardwood and making it one consistent flooring all the way through the home, it really opens up the space and helps with furniture placement. So everything in the kitchen here was in pretty good condition, so we didn't have to do too much. But one of the things we did is we added hardware to all of the cabinets. Adding hardware is one of my favorite things to do in a kitchen that can certainly elevate the look of it. We came through this entire house and updated all the lighting. Updating the lighting when you're selling a home is one of the highest return on investment items that you can do to give it a more modern and fresh look. And when we came in, there were a lot of burnt out light bulbs or lights that were a cool tone and a warm tone. So it's very important to have consistent lighting throughout the house when you're selling it. So we came through, made sure, of course, all the light bulbs were working and they were consistent with a warm tone. This home also got a fresh coat of interior and exterior paint. We came through and painted all the walls, ceilings, doors, trim, and baseboards, and we installed brand new carpet all the way through the upper level of the home. This home is such a great example on what projects you can do as a home seller to get the highest return on investment. Updating flooring, new interior painting, updating things like hardware and lighting are things that are gonna get you maximum return on your investment and help you sell your house in a timely manner. So this was an incredible process for my seller. She was in a really hard time in her life and just needed to get out of the property. We came in, we cleaned it out, we took over all the projects, we managed the cleaning process and the staging process, and our seller right now is under contract and getting ready to close in 2 weeks so that she can move on to the next step of her life. If you want more information about our Home Enhance process, contact the Stork team today.